Mario, can you just first of all talk about getting used to it? New pitching coach, new style, new system. What's the staff like right now under coach?
I mean, it's an honor that I was able to attain, with just being here, having two great pitching coaches, and Hawk has been tremendous. Our relationship with him, just as a staff, and kind of his way of, how he preaches his philosophy is awesome. It's so process oriented. If we just give in to the process, good results will follow. So it's pretty good mentality for the staff this year.
Sorry. Kind of detail a little bit of what Josh was talking about. How would you say your body has changed since last year? Your motivation there?
I mean, at the end of the day, I wanted to be, knowing I'd be here and I want to give everything I can to my teammates and the program. I wanted to, look in the mirror and say, what could I do to really further that? And I thought the best thing, I could do at that time was just get in the best shape possible and hopefully, be a good part in winning some ball games.
Let me just ask you what I asked Josh, coming from the Bronx to Stillwater. How much of a culture shock is that? And what's it like when you just being in Stillwater? How much you enjoy Stillwater?
That's all over now. I mean, I've been here for a year, and I loved it tremendously last year as soon as I got here. And it's the same thing now. It's just been here for a year or two now, and I love it here. It's awesome. Great group of guys, great place to be. There's nothing to find a problem with.
Aidan, do you feel the old man, the old guy in the clubhouse, and now that it's your reality, now that you've been through the decision-making part of it and you set the course, how's it feel?
It feels good. I think I've definitely, what the kids call unk status, I've probably reached that. Get called unk quite a bit. But yeah, it's fun. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than here. It's a little bit different role-wise. You got to be a leader, which kind of comes natural to me, and I like it. So, yeah.
Josh talked about the competition. I had a chance to see a couple scrimmages. I mean, it's every day. It's kind of, it's almost like a game day every day with what you guys are doing, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's talent from the freshman class to the fifth years, like a lot of talent, and I think it's a really good problem to have. We'll be deep position-wise and pitching staff-wise. So yeah, it makes for very competitive scrimmages and practices.
For Aidan and Avery, you both obviously missed significant time last season with injuries. How challenging was the recovery from those injuries to get back out on the diamond?
You go first, Ray. Yeah, I mean, I underwent a surgery, so it was challenging. Took about 7 months to get fully back, and I would say I'm just this last month or two kind of feeling like myself again. So it's hard, it always is, but I've been through it before, so kind of know what to do, and yeah, just try to take care of your body the best you can, and yeah.
Yeah, I would kind of say the same thing. Going through injury is tough. But just giving into my team in different ways, encouraging guys, and just being there every day, just giving my presence and giving my heart to everybody. So that was tough, but we had Chris McKenzie and Garrett Bailiff had a good program and a good system for me to get healthy and finish out the season competing with all the guys. So it was good.
Aidan, I asked Coach Holliday about this. Just your family, you come from a real competitive athletic family. How much did they push you to where you're at now? And I also wanted to ask you, were you in the stands when your brother made the catch against OSU, and what was that like?
Yeah, that was, I never knew anything about Oklahoma State, and then my brother who played at Stetson, I was at that game when they played them in a regional, and that was the first time I saw Oklahoma State. I was from New Jersey. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. At that point, I still wanted to play soccer. So yeah, I did. I grew up in pro locker rooms with my dad, and I think it's done nothing but helped me kind of get to where I am.
How much of an impact just seeing your dad's career? What's that like, seeing him, what he did in his career, and the kind of professional he kind of was during that time? Yeah,
like I said, it helps a lot. You kind of see, like he went through a bunch of injuries. I think he had 3 knee surgeries, so kind of see how he handled himself, and obviously it's a great resource to. I could just call him on my phone and be like, hey, I'm struggling a little bit with this, and talk through it. So, yeah, it's a really good resource to have, and I'm super grateful for it.
Kollin, obviously a memorable part of last season for you was that diving or that leaping catch you made against at the Athens Regional. How much do you watch that back and and what feeling does that bring you every time you watch it back, and how impactful it was to you and the team?
Yeah, I've watched it back a few times, like since it happened, but not anything recently. Kind of try to move on to the next season coming up, try to get with these guys more than anything. So it was a big regional, but trying to move on to the next season.
I'm sure everybody came after you after that performance at Athens, right? Other schools, a lot of phone calls maybe, or?
No,
No?
I didn't get any. None came to my phone, so I planned on staying here, so I didn't really worry about anything else.
You don't bank it to use for, because you have bad days. And when you have bad days, it sometimes helps to think about the best days, and those were damn good.
Yeah, for sure.
So do you bank them in your mind and use them?
Yeah, you try to, keep the feels of all the good, but you can't kind of keep living on the good and hoping it happens the same way it did.
How did that kind of ending the season the way you did, and really the whole time you played all year, kind of push you into the off season, and where do you feel you're at right now?
I feel good where I'm at right now. I think ending the season how I did kind of helped me figure out who I was as a player and where I could be as a player, but also taught me little like holes in my game that I needed to work on and move towards this season. So I feel like I figured those out in the fall a lot, and they're working a lot better than what they were.
Mara, I told you I was going to ask you, you're one of the anchors on the right side of the pitching. How the lefties, how have they looked? Because you got to have them both in this game.
Tremendous. I'm lucky to live with Ethan Lund and Hudson Barrett, and a big part, and I guess my kind of development, how it was brought up before about how I kind of changed my ways, got in some better shape. They played a huge part in that. Both of those guys just get after it every day with great attitudes, kind of putting the team first, but they get their stuff done, and they're great leaders by example, and I'm just lucky to be around them. But they're going to be great this year, and a ton of talent between the two of them, those lefties, and even just think we got more lefties. We got Drew Blake and Brendan Phillips. Even more so than that. Like we're in a good spot with our left-handed pitchers.
How much weight have you lost?
A couple pounds. Just a few.
You look good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank
That's the
you.
reason I bring that up.
Thank you.
What was the hardest thing to give up?
Pizza.
I thought so.
Yeah.
You're a New Yorker.
Yeah.
What stands out about Hudson?
Like I said, he's a leader. He's a leader by example. He preaches the right stuff, and even when we, after we're done with our day here, we go home and we're just talking baseball all day. So just a guy that's wired that way, that really takes every step to do the right thing, things that'll just better him. Like how I was saying, just about his diet, how he attacks his work, how he attacks his lifts, his catch play, just very detailed, and he's amazing. He's going to be great.
Just as far as, since you've done all this good work on your body, have you seen any change with your velocity, anything like that, or anything that maybe is a little sharper because of it? Have you noticed anything?
At the end of the day, I'm just trying to be the best I can and do the best I could do. I'm not too worried about what that screen roll, the metric says. I'm just trying to get guys out. But I think it's definitely helping me right now. I think it should help me over time to kind of keep that throughout the whole way through the season and stay a lot more consistent. But, the only thing on my mind right now is just how we can put W's up, wins up in the column. So
One thing about that with what Dave said, have you noticed you stay stronger longer? Your pitchers, your endurance, is it better?
I would say so. I guess that just comes with kind of being in better shape. That was kind of the main focus of it anyway, was just to, like I said, pitch as long as I can and, just give the best stuff I can for my team that day, whatever day it is. So.
Mario, you obviously were thrusted in last minute as the starter for the first game of that regional. How hard was it to overcome the nerves of, an uncomfortable situation being thrusted in at the last minute in that game?
At the end of the day, you get the call and you do the absolute best you can. And, what I did was I towed the rubber and I gave everything I had that day to my team because I know all that adversity we faced last year and how tightly wound we were as a team. And, you know, I love last year, just looking back at, you know, looking through everything we fought against, and we came out on the other side of it, and it was great. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, once you're asked to go toe the rubber, you just got to give the best you got, and I gave 100% for my team.
Avery, I wanted to ask you, how tough was that Illinois State series when the injury occurred? And had you been injured before majorly like that? And then do you look back at your freshman year and take some things from that you bring into this season?
Yeah, I mean, looking back at my freshman year, I definitely learned a lot. It was a more mature team, so I got to take on some of the things that the older guys passed on to me. So that was definitely cool. It's something that I look back on. And going to the Illinois State thing, it's just an injury is something you can't predict. And it was definitely tough on my mental, just not being able to give to the team in the ways that I wanted to. But I found other ways just by giving back, just being encouraging, being positive, keeping a neutral head, and I feel like I did a good job of doing that.
Without the question even coming up here, we've heard already multiple times, you know, you guys talking about like here's no place you'd rather be and you weren't going to go anywhere. What's the hook? What is it that you know keeps you coming back to a place like Oklahoma State? And you know, what's it like as a person and as a player? And really anybody can answer it because we've heard it multiple times from multiple people here.
Yeah, I would say it's just the group of guys that are here and the culture that's established, and then the coaching staff. They do a tremendous job of just providing to us, being good role models, good leaders, and the guys here are great. I feel like they're my brothers, and they're just guys that I can count on.
Anything else?